What's going on, subbies? And how y'all doing, newbies? And just in case you don't know what a newbie is, don't you worry, I'm about to tell you. A newbie be anybody checking me out, maybe for the first time, maybe for the second or third. It doesn't even matter because we don't count such things around here. We really don't. I just want y'all to get on in here because we got some stuff to talk about. So come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay, so for today, y'all already know what's about to go down. And for those who are not familiar, I'm on this whole kick, this whole improving my life kick, and it's called Dolce 2.0. And I come in here I do about at the end of every month. And I give you guys an update as far as different improvements that I have been making in my life. So we are just going to jump right to it. And I'm just going to give you guys the stats as far as what I've been doing and where I have improved. And as far as an update, as far as my whole skincare routine, because I told you guys that I was tweaking it and trying to get it together. Yeah, exactly. So with that being said, we're just going to jump right to it. First off is going to be sleep. Now, again, for those who are not familiar and not initiated, I've been trying to improve my sleep as far as getting enough rest every night. Sometimes it's hard for me. I don't fall asleep very quickly. And even when I do, sometimes it's not restful. So for this particular update, I have to say, again, just like last month, I've been doing pretty well. I've been going to bed at a decent hour. Decent meaning I've been aiming for about 12:30, and I've been averaging around 1 o'clock, which is still good for me because I don't have to wake up until about 9ish. As long as there's no strange noises and no walking around or any type of disturbance, I can pretty much get that full 8. Now, of course, there are days where I haven't gotten the full 8 or 7. But with that being said, I've been doing much better. I've sort of been keeping that momentum as far as the sleep, and I am very, very happy about that. Now, as far as my water consumption has been going, because I've been trying to get a lot more water in my system as far as drinking it. We already know the health benefits of drinking water, and it has been getting hot over here, and so it's really good to stay hydrated. So with that being said, for a couple of days I really wasn't even thinking about drinking my water, which is not good. But for the most part, I have been drinking my water. I even have my glass or cup right here with me right now, just in case I get a little parched. But yes, I have been doing pretty well and really trying to stay hydrated throughout these summer months because it's been blazing over here. And that's no exaggeration. It has really been hot up in her. A lot of times you don't even feel the dehydration coming on until you're really in the throes of it. And so I've been trying to keep in front of that and just making sure that I at least sip some water throughout the day. I know we had a little discussion about sipping versus gulping, and I'm more of a gulper, but I've been sipping it throughout the day. So with that being said, I've fallen off on a couple of days, but for the most part, I've been keeping up with my water. Speaking of it being hot up in her, walking. You guys know that I have been walking as part of my whole initiative of staying healthy and keeping moving and, exercising. So with that being said, I think I walked once. I think that was about, just keeping it real. I think that was about 2 weeks ago, because when I tell you that the heat over here, the heat index has been really high, even early in the morning. I try and walk about 8 a.m. I think that's a good time. It's light out. I don't want to be walking in the dark. But, it's light out. It's usually a cool breeze, and I can sort of get it in and not be drenched when I come back. So when I tell you that it has been hot, like the second week in June, these temperatures have really been high. And so it's been hard for me to even feel motivated to walk because it's been so humid. So I haven't been walking as much. Like I said, I think I walked maybe once or twice this particular month, but I have been keeping up with my push-ups and other exercises, you know what I mean? And I do get my steps in as far as going up and down and, you know, walking here and there. But as far as my set walking, where I actually go and walk out my route and then come back, I haven't been doing that. So I'm hoping that the weather breaks just a little bit as far as the temperature so I can get back to it. So we'll see how this month goes. Okay, so next up is food, and I'm kind of excited about this one. You guys know, I already told you guys that I have totally converted into a Trader Joe's girl. And you guys also know, those who are initiated, that I have been loving their chia bowl. It's like chia seeds and it has the fruit in it and the strawberry. Exactly. So with that being said, I was thinking, I said, you know what? This recipe is kind of simple. You know what I mean? As far as the chia and the fruit, I think I can do that. And so I did happen to see someone do a video on their own version of they called it a chia pudding. Now that's just funny that popped up after I had said out loud, because I did say it out loud, that I was going to, I said, oh, I can do the chia pudding. And then it came up on my computer, on my iPad. Side note, technology is crazy, honey. These things actually be listening to what you be saying. The phones and the iPads and the computer, they be listening. That's all I'm trying to say. That's all I'm trying to say. So anyway, so I did see the little video of the portion of the video where this girl was making a chia pudding, and that gave me a bright idea. I said, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing because I already had the chia seeds and then I had the fruit, the frozen fruit. So it should be nothing. But just as a guide, I got one more from Trader Joe's because I wanted to see exactly what I see the fruit and I see the chia seeds, but was there anything else that they added? And I believe they added passion fruit. Now, I didn't have passion fruit, but I did have another type of juice, or I think it was mango orange juice or something like that. So what I did was I made my own chia bowl. Sure did. I think it was coconut cream, because on the box, you know, the Trader Joe's, they use coconut cream and passion fruit. And I guess you soak the seeds in that for a couple of hours or overnight. The chia seeds are going to absorb all of that and get a little softer. You know what I mean? Almost like a tapioca pudding, if you will. So that's what I did. I let it sit overnight in the coconut cream. Well, actually, I got coconut creamer because I didn't see anything that specifically said coconut cream, but I figured that's pretty on par. So I did that and I put the fruit on top. And I have to tell you that it was delish. It was all that and a bag of fruit and chia seeds. So with that being said, I was pretty happy. I was pretty happy with the results. It was really good. I think I'm just going to add a little bit more juice next time because I only used a splash because I didn't want to mess anything up. You know what I mean? The juice from the fruit, that also adds to the flavor, of course, of the whole concoction. So I had me some homemade chia bowl or chia pudding, or however you want to put it. I made it myself and it was really, really good. So I had to pat myself on the back for that one. You know what I mean? And I'm just so glad that it didn't turn out to be a disaster. Being that it was only a couple of ingredients, it shouldn't have been a disaster. So I'm just glad it wasn't. And it was very, very good. If y'all don't know, chia seeds, they have a lot of fiber in it, as well as the omega-3s, which is great for your skin and your hair and a lot of different parts of you. It's just good for you all together. So that plus the fruit really helps to make a healthy breakfast or snack or even dessert if you want. And you can really zhuzh it up. You know what I mean? You can put a little bit of granola in it, or you can put, you know, whatever you want, you know, actual coconut flakes in it. I don't like coconut, so that doesn't work for me. But you do you. All I'm trying to say is you can really mix it up and tailor it to your taste. And it don't take no time to fix. It's very quick, it's very easy, and very healthy. Okay, so moving right along, we are going to talk about skincare. Now, again, for those who are familiar and watched a couple of my videos prior to, including the last one where I talked about Amore Pacific. I wanted to change up my regimen, not so much change up, but I had a reaction on my face and I didn't know where it was coming from. So I've been in search of a different moisturizer. I like Tatcha and I will still use Tatcha, but I think maybe it wasn't working well with one of the washes, my facial washes. So I couldn't really figure it out. And so I've been trying different moisturizers. Now, just a little backstory, my skin is very sensitive. It really is. It gets its Ralph Tresvant on every now and again. So I try to be careful in what I'm putting on my face. I think in my last update, I told you guys that I had tried the Estee Lauder. Okay, I did try this Estee Lauder. It's the Nightwear Plus, and there's a morning version of this as well. And that wasn't, that was just meh. It didn't break me out, but it didn't really do anything for me either. My skin did not feel moisturized. I did even try a sample of the Kiehl's Ultra Cream. Okay, this is a sample, and this was supposed to be, or this is a daily lightweight hydrating formula that's not supposed to break you out, and it's for sensitive skin. But just to keep you up on current events, it broke me out. And it wasn't a bad breakout, but I just got a couple of visitors on my face. And I said, well, this ain't gonna work. And so the latest cream, or the latest one that I have been trying, was the Amore Pacific, because I already use their face wash and I love it. So I figured I would try the cream, and I tell you, when I was trying it on my face felt like cashmere. Oh, cashmere, if you're fancy. But my whole point is that it is fantastic. I mean, it glides on the skin so well. There's not a heavy scent or perfume to it. And it gave my skin a glow. It really did. Now, with that being said, in addition to the glow, I did get a little irritation on the tops of my cheeks. Now, I already told you guys that the bottom of my cheeks had broken out, which is why I was on this quest. And so then I started getting little fine bumps on the tops of my cheeks from using this. So I said, you know what? Let me try and work this out, because this thing is really giving what it says it's going to give. It's giving me the hydration, it's giving me the moisture, and I'm getting a glow. So I've been trying to make it work. And per my last video where I gave a review on this cream, I said that I would give my final verdict during this update, during my whole Dolce 2.0 update, because I should know by then, because I want to wrap this up. This whole skincare thing, I want to wrap it up. So with that being said, the Amore Pacific Time Response Skin Reserve Cream, whether I am going to continue to use it or not, whether I was able to make it work or not, I cannot use this anymore. I can't, at least not on my face. It's funny because right after I did that video and I used the cream that night, I broke out more, and you could see like the redness, little red patches on my cheeks. And I said, you know what? Stop trying to make fetch happen. This is not going to work. So what I did was I went on my Amazon page, and I just happened to see, because I think I had done a search a while back, so it popped up into my feed as far as Cetaphil or Cetaphil. And I think I saw a commercial for it as well. So anyway, for those who are not familiar, Cetaphil, it is doctor recommended, dermatologist recommended for those with sensitive skin. I read the reviews on it, and a lot of people were raving about it, talking about how it made their skin feel soft, talking about how they didn't break out, talking about this, talking about that. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go to the store and I'm going to get some Cetaphil and see if it's going to fill my needs as far as my skin, because I can't do this anymore. So that's what I did. I used it that night, and lo and behold, by the morning, my bumps and my little breakout was subsiding. This Cetaphil or Cetaphil it's the business. it is the business, and this is what I am now using on my skin, on my face. And this one is, because they have different versions, this one is the moisturizing lotion, and this is for dry to normal sensitive skin. This has avocado oil as well as essential vitamins B5 and B3. And my understanding is that B3 is niacinamide, and that helps with evening out your skin tone. So me just being a little cautious. I got the small little travel size bottle, but I think I'm going to re-up. And this should last me a while because you don't need a lot. Just like with a lot of these creams, including the Amore Pacific, a little goes a long way. I just put a little bit on my ring finger and I just smooth it, and then I just go in a circular motion going upwards and around my temples, around my eyes, around my temples, and then I smooth it out on my cheeks. I've been using it just for maybe 3 days about now, and it's been working for me. After all that, a little drugstore product done saved my skin. And just like I said in my other video, just because it costs a lot of money, these items and these skincare and makeup and all this other stuff doesn't mean that it's the best. You know what I mean? We usually associate, oh, well, it costs more, so it should do more and be better. But that's not always the case. Now with the Amore Pacific, it really is good. It really is. But it's just not good for me and my skin. And it's just so funny. I only broke out on my cheeks. Like, I used it all over my face, including my forehead. Nothing on my forehead. Not a pop, not a pimp or a pull. Okay. So with that being said, I was really surprised and a little disappointed, but I'm gonna make it work on something. Maybe I'll just use it on my hands, or I'll just probably use it on my neck. You know, just use it on my neck and just use it up and be done with that. But suffice it to say, I am loving the Cetaphil for right now, and my skin does feel soft and smooth, a lot like the Amore Pacific, but for less. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, I'm loving it. And there's no smell to it, no fragrance. They say that it's fragrance free, and it's just like a white lotion. There's nothing fancy about it. It's just a white lotion inside, but it's a nice consistency too. You know, it's not too watery, and it's not a cream, but it's a nice thick lotion that spreads evenly across the face, and you can immediately feel the hydration, the moisture on your skin without it feeling sticky and without it feeling heavy on your skin. That is the Cetaphil. I think it's Cetaphil. Cetaphil? Cetaphil. See? Cetaphil. That's what we're using. So I'm happy that that chapter is over. We are done with the skincare. Now we can move on to the other stuff, because I told you there's levels to this. There's different things that I told you. From the rooter to the tutor, top of my head, sole of my feet, soles of my feet. Improving and adjusting, and just, some people say glow up, just improving certain things in my life and just living my best life in all facets of it. We're still going to keep up with the insides as far as the water and the food and the this and the that. But now we're going to focus in on the outside and all the accoutrements, like the bags and the shoes and the clothes and the this and the that, and maybe a little bit of travel and a little bit of this and honey, we got things to do. We got things to talk about. That's all I'm trying to say. And I want to mention that, you know what? It just pays to be nice. I had a neighbor that just moved out. Didn't know that she moved out, but she left her plant behind for me. She did. I live in an apartment complex, and someone in the office let me know that she left her plant, because I used to see her plant. It's a snake plant. And I love plants. I really do. I love plants. And I saw her plant out on her deck, and I just made a comment, say, hey, you know, it's beautiful. How do you take care of it? Yada, yada, yada. Because I have a small one, or a smaller one, mid-sized one. And she told me, fast forward some months, she just moved out and she left it for me. And I absolutely love it. It's huge. It's beautiful. I love looking at it. Like I said, it's a snake plant, and it's good for you too. Certain plants, including snake plants, they help to clean the air. They're like a natural air filter. So it's good to have them in your house outside of it being decorative. So that made my day. So that's about it. We are going to wrap this up. Oh, and one other thing, I didn't forget about the whole nail polish thing. In my last update, I showed you guys the nail polish, or one of the nail polishes that I recently bought. And I know that I still have to do the tutorial. I'm going to do that. I've been waiting on my hand to heal. For those who are not initiated, I recently had a breakout of eczema on my hands, and the rest of my digits are healed except for 2 fingers. Okay, so I had it on both hands. This hand healed, this hand, these 2 fingers healed, but I still have my ring finger and the pinky that are, it's been lingering, but it's coming along and it's been healing. So that is coming. I did not forget about the tutorial. It is coming, y'all. It is coming, because like I said, not only did I get that one color that I showed you guys, but I have 2 other colors that I am itching to show you as well. So with that being said, I think we are all caught up as far as this edition of 2.0, Dolce 2.0. So I think we can get up out of here. What do you think? I think we can and we should. So that's what we're about to do. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out okay. I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. Honey, I already told y'all we got some things cooking in the kitchen. So you got to come back for that. So you already know. It's going to be the same Dolce dial. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. So you come on back.